So, how do I start this off? Last time we, washed up on an island, met up with a bunch of killers, kind of flirted with one of them. Apparently, the Zambi mommy wants to be a mommy, and that's kind of hot, but like, her backstory is a little, anyways, yeah, I'm super excited to play more. I didn't just change my shirt to look different. This definitely isn't being recorded back to back. That would be crazy. That would be so crazy. I don't. What are you even saying right now? What are you even saying? You know I can't hear you, right? No, I can't hear you. So, wait a second. Where are we? This isn't. Oh, geez, it is. It's one of those reality show confessional rooms where all the contestants talk directly to the camera. I think today went really well. These were some of my first interactions with someone who isn't a parent that didn't end in bloodshed or untimely perishing in a Russian cottage. So I'm counting today as a win no matter what happens. What do I think of the newcomer? Do I have to say... Oh, I do? Attractive, mysterious. I really don't know that many other words since I was raised by my mom in the woods until she was skewered by an elk and I had to wash her entrails off my seraphim. That being said, the other three should make sure to be on their guard. I don't know who this newcomer will want to spend time with tomorrow, but I, for one, will not let my guard down easily. Who knows about the others? Wrath, I think, knows more than he's letting on about this place, but he's a hard nut to crack. Meanwhile, Spirit is just screaming all the time. Major buzzkill and Trapper. Where do I even begin with Trapper? He's buff, sure, but daddy issues much? Daddy issues. Look, I don't need anyone. I've been perfectly fine on my own since my mother died. I eat a fine diet of raw deer, bear, and human, and I'm as fit as a fiddle. That being said, something about the newcomer makes me think I might be missing out on some huge part of this thing called life. Let me get into that voice again. Also, I just want to say, anytime I do like a very muscly character, I just try and do an impersonation of like Patrick Seitz. Like, I don't know if it's just me liking his voice or what, but like, I don't know. Look, if for some reason he ever sees this, I really appreciate your voice. I love you as Ragda the Blood Edge. Kamagori from Kill la Kill? Is that his name? There are a couple other roles. God, I can't think of all of them. Morty the Minotaur from Monster Camp and Monster Road Trip. Yeah, no, I love those. But yeah, no. If I could ever get up the courage to actually see a celebrity or see a voice actor, that is definitely one I'd love to see. And I do technically have a story, but I'll save that for later. Look, I'm always full of rage. The key is knowing how to control your rage so you can use it. I am a master of self-control. And right now I am using all the self-control I can muster. Because today was a disaster. Let's just say I didn't love it. That was funny. Laugh. I said laugh, damn it. I'm planning to kill this idiot. Don't tell them though. I want to lead them on a bit more. It will make it much better for me when they're screaming. Yeah, today was fun. I don't want to get ahead of myself or really, invest in something that might hurt me, so I don't know. Maybe we'll just see how it goes. Or maybe they'll realize I'm not the one for them. They seem pretty smart, so that's probably what'll happen. I gotta learn to go easier on myself. Who can love me if I can't love myself? That's not necessarily true. But, you know. Anyways. I know that everyone thinks of me as beautiful, cold-blooded monster. I can't help it. Circulation just isn't my thing. I don't choose to be cold. This cute hat and robe? Okay, those are a choice, sure. If someone were to come around and capture my heart, at least that beats being stabbed in it. Besides, if I'm going to get bloody revenge on a society that used me and threw me away, maybe it wouldn't hurt to have a little help. Okay. Alright. You open your eyes, the sun is shining. There's not a cloud in the sky. Except there is, because you didn't draw another portrait. And you feel great. Totally rested. You're not even suspicious of the fact that you fell asleep by the campfire and woke up several yards down the beach. Wait, are you on vacation? Was yesterday nothing more than a strange dream? No, not a dream. You really are here for another day. Why, I have no idea. You're obviously a weirdo. Speaking of weirdos, I see the rest of the gang is hanging out on the beach. This is definitely not a dream. I wouldn't rule out a nightmare just yet, though. At least they make for a sexy bunch, no? Talk about sexy. Here comes Trickster carrying coffee. Mm-hmm. Coffee, you say? This is water, by the way. I don't have a coffee machine yet. I need to get one. I want to get the Duo one, but I'm kind of waiting a little bit. Morning, beautiful. I thought you might like a nice cup of joe to start this incredible day off right. Trickster seems suspiciously cheerful. I'm sure there's nothing nefarious about this joyful demeanor, though, except, you know, the cloud of smoke that is kind of in a skull. Everyone knows musicians are morning people. I also want to wish you luck. Today's an important one. The only regret is I won't be a bigger part of it. Budgeting issues. Also, I am just swamped with engagements, especially on this island. Trickster winks at you. If you want to ask him how to reach the other island, now is the time. Never mind, he left. At least he brought me a cup of... Wait, no, wait, don't drink that. What the hell is that? They don't call him Trickster because he's good on a skateboard. And he definitely didn't get that name because he brings people drinks so they can have a good morning. That was certainly not coffee. And I don't want anyone causing casually poisoning, imprisoning, and torturing you. Yet. This is supposed to be a tropical... Fuck! Please make sure to leave a review. It really helps with the algorithms. Just trust me. I'm looking out for you. So can we please move on? Hey, wait a second. How did a possibly omniscient, possibly unreliable narrator physically just knock the coffee out of your hand? This is not Parliament, and the floor does not recognize the ocean to speak out of turn at this moment. I need no recognition, for I am the ocean. I dominate the land. I submerge those who defy me, and become their watery grave. Actually, speaking of... I'm so frustrated at myself. I keep incidentally clicking. I am so tired. I'm recording this very late. Very late. Alright! Fine, go ahead. Even if this place is an eternal prison of pain, and I'm not saying it is, even a place of extreme horror can still receive a 5 out of 5, 10 out of 10 thumbs up review. If it was crafted with love, and or that's the type of thing you're into. You know, the ocean is right. A lot of hard work goes into a place like this. You should really judge it on the artist's intent. And whenever possible, start from the mindset of giving them the benefit of the doubt. Constructing these elaborate simulations, vacations, is not an easy thing to do. Sometimes there are small bugs or inconsistencies. That's just the nature of the process. Perfection is overrated. The universe is filled with mysteries. We ought to celebrate those who venture into to bare their souls as part of the creative process with the ultimate intent of making things for our enjoyment. Not to be overly critical of them. Are you two trying to sell me on this place actually being good? You don't have to say it like that, especially after I saved you from that poorly made cup of coffee. Sorry, we should have been here 5 minutes ago. Always do this on the second morning. Sad, really. Even if they do make some great points. Oh, sure, they make great points, I agree. Are they hearing the voices inside of my head? What in the fuck is going on? Can we please move on? Yes, of course. Apologies, Zambi. Last few minutes aside, have you been enjoying your time here on the island? Yes, I'm not suspicious there is a no option. It's been really entertaining. You know what? I've been having a lovely time. If I were to summarize my time here, I'd call it a lovely time. Aw, lovely? We love to hear that. Because isn't that what this place is all about? Finding love? No. Shut up, Dwight. You'll get us killed. Again. And again. Again. We do need to ask you one more question, though. We all had to sign away our rights to say anything negative about this place. Would you please sign this non-disagreement agreement? Sure. I don't read contracts anyways. Yes, I hereby agree to participate in the verbal contract stating that I, Zambi, will never say anything negative about my stay here on the island. Perfect. Delightful. Excellent. Yes, yes. Hey, Zambi. It's still totally cool if you have constructive feedback. The place to leave that is in a positive review, because we all know that nobody reads negative reviews of games or resorts like this. Anyway, I see Dwight and Claudette have gone into a trance, and with the grumbling I hear from your belly, that can only mean one thing: breakfast. Why is the ocean chiming in every now and then? I expected it to be more mysterious. Now it's just like, hey bro, How's it going? I would love some breakfast. Perfect timing. Everyone rolls into the dining area to lard up those sexy little bellies with pancakes and bacon, and so much for maintaining these beach bods. We're all half naked in a tropical paradise. Can we get some strawberries here? A yogurt? Magical powers will only get you so far. Even killers watch their sodium intake. You take your plate and sit down, thinking about yesterday and the whirlwind of feelings you experienced. Danger, dread, disorientation. It was like going through a puberty again. Except all in one day on a beautiful and mysterious island. Looks like you're not the only one doing some introspection, though. Trapper stands up to talk about how his day went, in case anyone was wondering. Personally, I wasn't. I can't imagine you could make me any angrier today if you did yesterday. But I really hope you do. I really, really hope you do. Unrelated. Anyone see where I left my cleaver? Haha, just kidding. I know where my cleaver is. It's right in my hand, about to swing at you. Well, that was bizarre. Back to your Nope. Now the Huntress is... At this point, anything could happen. I'm open to all possibilities that the strange island has in store. How open-minded? Well, that surely must be it. No one else would weirdly stand up during this breakfast too. And just like that, here comes Spirit. Did anyone else sleep well? Did everyone sleep well? I did. Or should I say did not? I haven't slept in 20 years on account... I wish this game had a back button! Now, if you don't mind, I'm going to back to quietly resenting being trapped here with all of you while looking cute doing so. Guessing Wraith has had enough time to work up the courage to speak in front of the group. Ah, perfect. Here he is. Take us home, Wraith. Oh, hey. That was fun yesterday, huh? Yeah, I mean, like, not too much fun. That would be weird, but like a good amount of fun. And now they're looking at you expectantly. Wait, are you supposed to stand up and explain how yesterday made you feel? I think I need to process everything by myself. I'll see you all soon. Damn, what a power play. Keep them wanting more. You're getting good at this game, or sexy true to life experience. Damn, I wish I had this much Riz. Shame you didn't get to eat any breakfast, but so be it. After breakfast, you head to the hot tub by yourself to clear your head. Yesterday was, in short, a lot. Before you get there, though, something catches your attention. You hear that? Who are you addressing, me? Well, yeah, I guess. That is okay, right? You know, I might be pursuing a relationship with one of these 4 fine killers, but it feels like the person I'm getting to know the most is you, narrator. Oh, smooth. Oh, God. The only okay in so much as it serves me to illustrate that you lost your mind, seeing how I'm not real at all. Yeah, I heard it this time. I think it's coming from behind the pool shed. Oh no, stick it in there. A little more, a little more. Oh yes, that's it, yes! Whoa. Dwight? Dwight? How does that feel? Intense. Nice. Yeah, that feels right. This is uncomfortable. Now I want you to take it and put it right. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Just like that? Exactly like that. I swear I had no idea these two even do whatever it is they're doing. I'm afraid to look. Please say something so that we could so they know you're close by and can hear everything. Oh wow, look at this cool, super cool bottle of Trickster brand suntan lotion that somebody left on the chair. Anyone know where I could buy some? Damn it. Come on, a little privacy, please. Dwight is paying. Sorry, I didn't know how else. I was here and I could hear, well, Oh, what? What do you think we were doing? You're doing, I don't know exactly what you're doing, and it sounded like, fun? You think people trying to find new ways to kill each other in a desperate search to make their own deaths permanent is fun? Oops. We get 5 minutes to ourselves every day, and we spend it hoping if we stab each other in just the right spot, we won't get resurrected. I've come to believe that the key to finding the exact place we need to bleed out from, I believe that place is in our appendix. Why else would it be there? Makes sense to me. Did you actually think we were me and him? Dwight? You don't have to laugh that hard, I get it. Wow, my life is a nightmare, and yet it's somehow been worse. It's never been worse than right now. Let's go, lover boy. I noted all your entry wounds, and our 5 minutes is up anyways. Good luck, Zambi. You're gonna need it. And hey, if you figure out how to escape this island, please make sure your ghost tells us about it. That was both a tragedy and a comedy. A cragmedy. Shut up, I like it. Anyway, where were we? Oh yeah, heading in the hot tub by yourself to clear your head. Yesterday was, in short, a lot. So far today has been exhausting too. But you're I should stick to the keyboard. With the keyboard, I won't misclick, right? No drama, no bullshit, just soaking up the sun in a heated pool. Today, you're on a date with Hugh. Ooh, I like that. I want to be on a date with me. Who would make the first move? And aside from this disturbing thought, all is going according to plan until a shadow blocks your precious sun. Spikely tip like a palm tree bending over to screw with you. But it's no tree at all, it's... Why are you here? I'm not even going after you! Why? Hey, babe. Breakfast was weird, huh? Everyone was just getting up and announcing how they're feeling. What's that about? Some forced kind of check-in with the group? I don't like it. Fishy. Kinda lazy. Whatever though. Breakfast is dumb. No one should eat before noon. Or after 4 p.m. Yeah, I do intermittent fasting. You see my abs, by the way? Maybe you can see them later on my private stage on the other island. You know, IP Island. Where all... IP Island. IP Island. Where all the Hollywood celebs hang out. You play your cards right, I could give you a private show. Why does he look angry when he's saying that? Catch you around. His abs are pretty amazing, you gotta give him that. But the blow-up bat, threatening but adorable. Makes for an interesting silhouette. Genius design. He's a psychopath, but just like the rest of them. But don't gotta give him anything. We're not best friends. Just because we had a little talk about doing a little talking, it's not an open invitation to go smashing the fourth wall every 5 seconds. Okay, now that that guy's gone, we got some ground rules established that we're definitely going to abide by. It's time to lay back, take some deep, slow breaths in. Nope, another shadow. These people will not leave you alone. Let's see who it is this time. Ah, yes, Huntress. That makes sense. You two have gotten pretty cozy. We should get out of here. I know a place that's quiet and out of the way. No one will be able to hunt us. I mean, hear us there. Huntress? Doesn't that sound intriguing? But immediately a flood of worry floods your brain. Should you pack a picnic? Bring your swimsuit? Pocket knife? You decide to bring as much as you can. You may have to run for it at some point, and you should be prepared. But of course you washed up on this island with nothing but the clothes on your back. So you got nothing to gather. Are you really ready for this? I mean, they call her the Huntress, not the Hugstress. You look up at the towering goddess trying to form a sentence when suddenly, before you can decide if you want to go off with her, spirit interjects. You really think you're going to have fun with her? After the running and wrestling? And not like in the clever double entendre way, but actual physical wrestling. I'm exhausted just describing, thinking about it. Listen, you're kind of weird, and I'm kind of weird. And like, I don't know, I thought maybe you want to sit and ignore the whole world while together for a while, yeah? Tough choice. You weigh your options quickly because you can only go on one date today and also don't want to be hacked to pieces for saying the wrong thing. It's always good to remember that these are all cold-blooded killers. But you know what they say, when life gives you lemons, you make lemonade. And then die a horrible, retching, writhing death after drinking it because the lemons were poisoned all along. The lemons were poisoned all along. Sorry, this island has got me really tilted. Like the towers. The tilted tower. I'm sorry. So who will it be? Oh my god. Like, part of me is like wanting to go back to my original plan, but I really like the Huntresses. I like both of them really, but like, such a hard choice. I will go with the Huntress. I gotta go with Huntress. Whee! You and Huntress make your way to a secluded beach house. Your heart thrums in your chest. Don't look up thrum. Don't look it up. Thrums is a real word, I swear. Are these nerves of excitement or terror? Isn't it fun to mix up the sexy and the horrifying? Yes, yes it is. Huntress is quiet as a mouse as she guides you through the island forest. You struggle to keep up with her. She moves like a jungle cat, all muscle and silent leaps across the thorny brush. She halts suddenly and you crash into her, having been desperate to try and keep up. You follow her gaze and realize that you've arrived. A cabin in the woods. Obligatory in nearly all horror films and stories. And you've come here willingly with a fearsome killer. Great job. The cabin is cozy, but something seems off about it. You can't quite put your finger on what it is. Huntress stares at you, though, through her bunny mask, cocking her head to the side as if trying to gauge your reaction to her hideaway. Are you going to invite me inside? Why do you need an invitation? Are you a vampire? No. Oh. Is it just me, or did Huntress seem a little disappointed? Didn't peg her for a lover of the Fang, but hey, I don't judge. Come on, let's explore. You follow her inside. It's a creepy, rickety, and definitely not up to code. It's creepy, rickety, and definitely not up to code. But it has a certain homey charm. I do like it. It's nice. You're quite a decorator. She blushes. Indeed she is. A chandelier made of bones hangs delicately from the foyer ceiling and from the foyer ceiling? Is that a thing, a foyer ceiling? I mean, I guess, but and a collection of trinkets lines the mantle. Something tells you that the people who once owned these things are not of this mortal coil anymore. Could you be the Huntress's next victim? The thought gives you a wicked thrill. Hey, she's looking at you again. What do you think of my collection? God. So, part of me is like, hearing I could learn to like this makes me think that they're gonna be immediately like, oh, you don't like this. And then the minimalist thing just sounds kind of like snobbish. I hate all of these, honestly. I'm just gonna go with It's So Much. Are you a hoarder? Why do you need so many watches and umbrella? Dear God, I'm going to die. I'm going to die. I just... Why? Why would you say it like this? Are you dumb? Are you dense, main protagonist? Why am I dumb? I'm not reading all that. Huntress lights up. She's excited that you know what all of these random things are called. So very badly wanted to know why humans carry around so many particular accoutrements. It is a bit much, which means I've got plenty to share. Here, take this. A skeleton key! She gives you one of her precious shiny objects to keep. No one's gonna talk about how Huntress doesn't know what a key is, but does know the word accoutrement. Okay, moving on. Can't wait to go treasure hunting with you. We can find so many goodies on this island. First, what do you think of the other killers on this island? I mean, Trickster is pretty out there, but everyone else seems like they have interesting backstories and whatnot. A little gossip, huh? What are you playing at, Zambi? Huntress considers this for a B. She seems to have two modes, thoughtful and explosive. You hope to never be in the splash zone when the explosive part emerges. Why? Are you jealous? Or you can answer, the house begins to shake. Huntress loses her balance on the termite-infested floor and falls into your arms. You are not mad about it. Before you have time to enjoy taking the moment in. Oh no, it's an attack! A horde of killer crabs invades through the crevices in this poorly constructed cabin. They race at you and the Huntress in swarms, clacking their razor-sharp claws at you. You must act quickly. What will you do? What's a Shasta? What's a Shashka? What's a Shaska?
According to Wikipedia, the Shasta language is an extinct Shastan language formerly spoken from Northern California into southwestern Oregon. It was spoken in a number of dialects.
What's a Shashka?
According to Wikipedia,
No. God damn it. I'm assuming it's a weapon of some sort. You quickly reach out and grab a Shashka off a wall. Being the highly educated person that you definitely are, you know that Shashka is a Russian sword, not an umbrella or a can of cola or something like that. Thank you! Thank you for educating me! Back to back with Huntress, you both hack away at the attacking crustaceans. You manage to slay the majority of the killer crabs. The ones you miss go scurrying away back into their hidey hole. Huntress turns to you with a gaze that's full of passion and intrigue. However, before it bubbles over, she quickly looks away, suppressing this feeling. Is she nervous? Huntress sits back down on the wicker couch and begins cleaning the guts off her hatchet. It's an obligatory scene for every killer. You're just happy to not be the source of what she's wiping off. Looks like we're having crab for dinner. She doesn't smile at your joke. She has a ponderous look on her face again. You join her on the couch. Man, sometimes those near-death experiences... That's her. Man, sometimes those near-death experiences really get me thinking about what I want in life. I think I'd really like to start a family one day. How about you? You know, looking at her more closely, I can't help but think that she's just a tall, buff Makoto. Like Makoto from Persona 5. Like if I don't know. Maybe I'm spouting stupid here. You know what? I'm just gonna stop that thought. Anyways. Maybe one day with the right person. I mean, it's a life-changing decision. You have to make sure it's right. Huntress smiles coyly. A good answer. You never know what kind of weirdos are out there. What were you like as a kid? You try to imagine this giantess as a meek child in a puffer coat, wandering around the forest. Huntress chuckles, her laugh quite cute and soft. I was so innocent. We hunted to survive, then went back to the cottage and Mother would tell me stories. We'd drink tea and imagine a life far away from the woods, somewhere like this. I suppose I finally achieved what she wanted from me, but since coming here, something feels off. It's beautiful and warm. Everyone is so attractive, like thirst traps galore. How do you know what a thirst trap is? But don't you get the feeling that something is coming for us? Oh no, she's onto you. But onto you about what? Swirling memories rush through your head. Nightmares, visions of a dark cloud. Claudette and Dwight's vacant stares that belly some sort of hypnosis. Validate her theory or try and push it off. I mean, having killers come here and do what they've been doing is weird. Yeah, I think you're onto something. What do you know? How long have you been here? Do you remember anything at all about why we might be here? Been having these dreams, seeing things. I think we're all serving some greater purpose here. Huntress reveals a strange object that she stole from near the stage where Trickster performs. It has some sort of strange symbol on it. Truthfully, it doesn't seem strange to you. It's just a glass bottle. However, the label is interesting. She hands it over to you, but before she can explain her theory, Dwight and Claudette burst in to interrupt you. We have a dramatic announcement, but it needs to happen back at the beach. God damn it. Oh. All this reading. You arrive at the beach and realize you were set up. There's no big announcement after all. What we have here is a good old-fashioned rivalry. It's true. Exactly like that voice that we cannot hear and certainly aren't referencing says. We were forced to interrupt your lovely date by another killer. They are here and ready to make you an offer of love, and you won't be able to deny. Why? 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 I don't think I like this. I don't think I like this at all. Trapper emerges from the water. Is he in slow motion? He's pure thirst. He's Paul Newman on a horseback. He's Denzel on the cover of GQ. Manly manliness brought to life. Also, was he holding his breath under there this whole time, waiting for his cue? That's commitment to a bit if I've ever seen it. Heard you spent a day in a quaint cottage. How cute. How about a quaint mansion? Or better yet, how about one on each continent? Yeah, I'm including Antarctica. I'm really that rich. Think of how cozy we can get here in a snowy 10-bedroom chateau. One of those rooms is half indoor, half outdoor, but nice and warm throughout. That way you can kill a mama polar bear from the outside while watching her cubs cry over her body from the inside. Wow, Trapper is the real deal. And by real, I do mean really, and by deal, I mean evil. Plus, you really want to hunt for your food for the rest of your life? With me, you get it both ways. Savagery and someone to clean up after you. Sound nice, huh? As if. That life isn't for me, bro. I'm very impressed that you could speak with implied quotation marks. Very cool. This guy is a total douche nozzle. Try hard much. He's like the turn of the century's Pacific Northwest version of Wall Street, bro. Trust me, it tracks. Patrick Bateman with a huge chip on his shoulder. You wouldn't go with him if you were brandishing a cleaver at you. Oh shit, he is. Thanks, but no thanks. Thanks, but no thanks. I'm into a quieter lifestyle. I relish my independence and don't need someone to wipe my butt for me. Oh, she loves that. It's so cute. You run back to the huge arms of Huntress. She hugs you so tight. So tight you think you might feel the life leave your body for just a moment. But it hurts so good. So good. You know what? I'm impressed that you stood up to me. I appreciate someone giving me their totally honest opinion. Even if that opinion makes me want to carve out your liver. And the butt-wiping comment? That's not what I meant by clean up after you. But I'm hiring someone to do that for me at the moment when I get home. Trapper leaves and you turn to Huntress walking in slow motion back into the water. It's pretty weird. He's just gonna stay there all night? Shall we continue our date? Huntress leads you back to the cabin. You thought you'd remember the way, but it's like the forest has completely changed. Nothing is familiar. Better not to get lost out there. Or out here. Can you believe that guy? Classic Trapper. Pulling a move like that? I'm so glad you chose me, though. I don't think we've explored all there is between us yet. She winks a bunny-masked eye and scoops you up onto her back. Huntress runs through the woods with you piggyback riding her. The wind ruffles your hair. Animals clear a path of the mighty woodswoman as she races by like the lead from the famous teen vampire drama in that one scene where he calls her a spider monkey. Huntress doesn't call you that. Whee! Eventually, she gently lowers you to the ground and you take in your surroundings, a wooden clearing in the forest. Huntress prances around like a deer in a meadow. I like to come here sometimes to clear my head and hack up a few woodland creatures. Foxes are my favorite to slaughter. They think they're so cute and sly, but I see right through them. Just assholes. Great with hot sauce. Huntress hears rustling and darts off to find the source, crouching low like an animal. Now that you're alone in the middle of the forest, which way did you come from again? No idea. Your sense of direction is all off. A mellifluous voice floats through the air, landing upon your ears like syrupy honey. Come find me. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so it's gonna... Perfect. Not bad. God, this is... Damn it. Darn it. That was so fun. So good at hiding. I'm having a blast. Thanks. You say it takes 10,000 hours of practice to get good at something. Hey, they do say that. That was fun, huh? I keep trying to relax and have a good time. That's really hard for me. Anytime I let my guard down, something terrible happens. What about if we let our... What about if we let our pants down? I don't really need to know. Like, this is something she'll tell me if she's ready. And I'm not gonna force it on her. Totally. And something on this island is for sure out to get us. If only I knew what. A desolate energy fills your chest. You've said too much and anger flushes around you. Do what you came here to do. Clutch your head in agony. What are you doing here? Oh look, Claudette and Dwight are back. Okay, we swear we are here for a good reason this time. Yeah, no one is manipulating this time. It's just time for dinner. Come get some grub. What a fun day you've been having. I can see it written all over your face. You're shining. And that's not just the remaining anxious sweat from spending an afternoon courting a psycho killer. No, you really are feeling this whole romantic experience. Don't worry, I'll keep your dirty little secrets. But enough gentle ribbing, it's back to business. All the, appetizing singles have arrived for dinner, including Trickster. Race is here too. We're not going to do the gag where we cram them all onto the screen at the same time, so just believe me, they're all here, and they're just as sexy and demented as you remember them. Okay. That's cool, I guess. With your love on the line, everyone is being very careful not to offend you by saying the wrong thing. Congrats, by the way, on getting this far. I'm as surprised as you are with these four are falling for you. No, not because of your personality, but because you just met them yesterday. However, since Trapper seems like the biggest long shot to end up holding onto your heart, he throws caution to the wind and speaks up. That's a pretty small consolation prize for being the least loved killer on Murderer's Island, but hey, letting them have this one moment in the spotlight is the least we can do. And heaven knows they won't do any better than that. If I'm dining solo, I'm eating what I want. And you're all eating it too. Lamb shank. Rare. Salt, pepper. No sauces allowed. And serve it with one single piece of broccoli so Wraith won't complain. I like broccoli. gives me horrible gas. Oh, I don't like that. Buddy, wait till you smell what rare lamb does to my bowels. It's awesome. Dinner will be served shortly, but certain power brokers would like to know about your day. Would you like to share your day with the rest of the group? You're standing with the group. Okay, but don't just sit there and say nothing. Nothing is not an option. I don't want to joke about having kids because that's like a serious... That's a serious thing for Huntress. And it would not be funny. I don't think it would be funny for me to joke around about something she wants to do eventually. So, I'm gonna tell of my brush with death. Today was nuts. We went to Huntress's secret cabin and killer crabs attacked us. It's true. I'll fall asleep tonight to the delicious sound of crunching crustaceans. That would never happen on my yacht. I grind them up. Much more satisfying way to kill crabs. At least those kinds of crabs. I have little comb of their other kind. Dwight and Claudette bring out dinner. Everyone eats in silence. No one trusts anyone now. And they're all tired. Oh wait, no, sorry. That's a dreary supernatural horror thriller set in Antarctica. Not a charming parody dating sim set in a disclosed tropical paradise. Bony appetit. Oh, bony. Don't you mean bone? No, almost everything we serve has a lot of bones in it. Even the vegetables. Impossible to avoid on this island. Everyone eats without speaking. Tensions are rising, both of the sexual and deadly variety. When everyone finishes, Dwight and Claudette come back to clean up the table. They linger around you as they pick up your plate, take your napkin, and dust crumbs off the table. What would you like to say to the servants? Thank you. Your top-notch service is much appreciated. Everyone, if you could please be so kind as to follow us to the fire pit. We greatly appreciate it. We've been told something big is going to happen. Something that will change everything. You can go willingly or go unwilling. You have no choice. Tough cookies. Did you have a choice in how you said that, dweeb? Yes, and I immediately regret how I did it. Good. Something needs to change around here. Fire is rebirth. Fire illuminates the soul. I hope the fire isn't too smoky. Smoke hurts my eyes. I have pretty sensitive eyes. I'm also horribly afraid of it. The fire, I mean, not my eyes. Because of childhood trauma. Involving fire. No, that's fair. And finally, everyone starts moving to the fire pit. If only to get away from Rafe's complaining. You take a seat on a comfortable log, feeling the fire's heat against your skin, and wait for other killers to take their places. Wondering who will want to tell a story at this time. Will narrator tell a story? I bet he's got a stunning creative mind. Hey, you think, are they allowed to simply place thoughts in my mind like this? Doesn't seem fair. Everyone makes their way in. Something unexpected happens. Nothing. Nothing happens. Something almost always seems to be happening here, so nothing is probably not a great sign. Oh, cool. And now everyone's looking at you. So, you know, do something. Should I pick someone to tell a story? Or we could play charades. Boggle? Well, we were actually thinking, why don't you tell us a story? Wraith points his spine and skull staff thingamajig at you. You duck out of its way. You know, who knows what that thing can do? Probably shoots lasers. Try not to bore us. We're just very interested in you. Don't speak for me, Huntress. Now you can't tell if if you're warm from the fire or if it's your nerves heating up. I know that the fire is right here. Maybe if we stop talking about it all the time, we can start to pretend that it's not here and doesn't, threaten to burn us alive. He's not supposed to hear me. Get out of here, Wraith. Sammy was about to make an important decision about telling a story or not. You know what? Fine, I'll tell a story. Sure, I'm game to tell a story. I hope it's a mystery. Okay, so what type of story do you want to tell? Adventure. Alright, so you like your Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson movies. How about some horror? Now we're talking. It's not my favorite, but I respect your choice and will nod politely. You don't have to say that, Wraith. Just nod politely. Okay, ready? Here goes. I really like to go fishing. Solid hobby, great foundation for a story, sure. You pause. Everyone is waiting with bated breath, no pun intended. Oh wait, that's it? Not much of a story. I barely even a thought. My pun was better than that story. You sure that... No, you were kidding. What type of story do you want to tell? I mean, I feel like we're getting to be personal. I'll get a little personal now, if that's okay. Those type of tales are the best, and often the most sad. It's a bit of a love story. Is it about two strong hunters who meet when they both try and bludgeon the same wily Wolverine? Or about a deranged killer who makes the only woman who's ever believed in him witness a display of shocking violence? Not quite. It's about my parents. They met at a party in college. He was hosting. She'd been dragged there by some friends. Oh. They couldn't have been more different, and yet, as the night went on, they were drawn to each other. She made fun of his taste in music, and he took interest in her major, women's studies. They were married within 2 months. Bit soon to know if you can trust someone, don't you think? It's so sweet. Exactly. I learned a lot about love from them. If you know, you know. Some people don't need years to get acquainted with someone. I can vibe with that. Love can spark from a look across a campfire. Now that you've got their attention, each killer is furiously attempting to catch your eye from across the fire pit. It's quite alarming, actually. Except for Trickster, who has headphones in and is loudly playing his own music to drown you out. Okay, that was not a very good story. I don't mean to insult you, but it was actually quite bad. Sorry, but the narrator keeps it real. We just can't end there. Who else would like to hear a story from tonight? Well, I already heard from Huntress. Let's hear from Spirit. I suppose I could tell a story. I don't really want to, but anything I say is sure to be better than whatever you get out of anyone else in this group. Like all good stories, I stole this one in the past who is dead now and can't do anything about it. It's called The Bride, or technically, I suppose, the fiancé? One winter, a young couple decides that the next spring would be they would be married. Two were madly in love and could not wait for the snow to melt so they could join in matrimony and unite their souls for eternity. Per the latest bridal trends, they decided to have their wedding ceremony at the edge of the woods by a beautiful, shabby, chic farmhouse. Together, they spent months planning the details of the wedding. The two created invitations, figured out seating arrangements, and tasted 100 cakes before settling on the perfect one. 100. Really? We're going with that number. That's a little excessive. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. Let's keep going. What time is it? Oh, wow. I'm realizing how late it is. Oh, shit. They chose Lilikoi, by the way. So fancy. When it came time to figure out the decorations, however, the bride, the fiancé, I guess, since she wasn't actually married yet, wanted to take the lead and set the style. After all, her boyfriend had been wearing cargo shorts and open-toe sandals for pretty much their entire relationship, so he was definitely not to be trusted. Having decided on a lovely natural setting for the ceremony, the fiancée decided that she would create unique floral arrangements from the local wildflowers that surrounded the farmhouse. As soon as the sun rose on the first day of spring, she set off to the woods. Each day she spent hours mapping out where the best blooms could be found, and prepared to pick them quickly. Where am I reading quickly? She spent hours mapping out where the best blooms could be found and prepared to pick them herself the morning of the wedding, so that they'd be at the height of their freshness and beauty. Enamored with the incredible variety of flowers in the woods, she surveyed the the fiancé. Since they had not yet been married, became obsessed with knowing just how many there were, so she could choose the absolute best. But when that fateful morning of the big day finally came, the fiancé told her husband-to-be that she had one final errand before the wedding. Excited for the ceremony to come, she dressed in her beautiful white gown and set off into the woods to gather flowers. Treading carefully, she followed her route, selecting only the best stems and collecting them in her basket. However, when she came upon a familiar clearing, something was not as she expected. Somehow, it was more beautiful now than it had ever been before. And just on the edge of the view was a new bush filled with blossoms so vibrant and colorful, she became dizzy just looking at them. But the fiancé ignored her sudden spell and pressed ahead, scooping up flower after flower, and every time she did, she noticed just further ahead, and possibly even more beautiful blossoms. Carried by the sweet fragrance of spring air, fiancé, crept farther and farther into the woods, until she turned a corner, stepped over a mossy fallen tree trunk, and realized she had been here before. But this wasn't the clearing she remembered, or at least not how she remembered it. The flowers were suddenly overripe, decaying, falling from the stems into festering moldy piles on the floor. Where bees had been, now only flies buzzed. Where the scene of flowers had once intoxicated her, an odor of mildew now made her sick. She turned and looked back, but the path was dark. Into a shadowy glen she walked, and walked, and walked. Oh, I'm noticing the tear down her eye. Is this story about her? Now I'm curious. That day, as guests gathered at the farmhouse, the fiancée was nowhere to be seen. Her friends, family, and loved ones began to look for her, but to no avail. They searched the pasture, the tree line, and into the forest, but there were no beautiful wildflowers or young lovers to be seen. Just old dead trees, trampled vines, and moss-covered rocks. Fiancé stayed a fiancé for eternity, always wandering, looking for fresher blooms to clip, but never finding them. Distracted by a never-ending search for perfection, unable to see that you are loved for who you are. Out there all alone. Thought it was beautiful and sad. Just like someone we know. How was story time? A lot of people like to take pot shots at sequels, but I think every good story deserves a follow-up. When you think it's the end, the sequel is almost never as rewarding as the original. That's why I'm much more of a fan of episodic style of storytelling. And knowing it's a series takes a lot of pressure off the individual installment, and builds a greater sense of community between the audience and creator. Tell me, Zambi, if you could delete any sequel from existence, what would it be? Don't answer that. We don't actually care. We're just here to make sure that we seamlessly move into the next segment of the evening. God forbid my small talk get in the way of a romantic Twilight moment. Dwight, I'm gonna need you to shut your yap trap. You know that we need to get back to that thing we do whenever we're not on screen. Okay. You have fun tonight and try not to wink, end up dead. Why did you say the words wink out loud like some kind of double entendre? Entendre? Are you getting at with the end up dead thing? Dwight is physically incapable of winking. Not since the incident. And you do know that all of these people are despicable criminals with double-digit kill counts, right? Well, except for Spirit. She really doesn't belong here. She's strictly a victim, not a perpetrator. No wonder she's pissed. Did I hear someone trash-talking Spirit? Deal me it. What do you say we take this to the hot tub so I can soak Spot while I roast that ghost with some killer hot takes? Please, enough of the enough talking of burns things that are lit or getting blazed. It's enough that these activities have to be set next to a literal fire. Must I be surrounded by figurative flames as well? What if we turned and ran away as far away from this place as we could, just you and me? On those spindly legs? You'd probably tire out before you got too far. If it's running away to someplace more secluded Zambi is after, they should obviously join me. Have you seen these legs? Pure power. Not that my walk speed really reflects my giant stature, but that's because I choose to move slowly for stealthy reasons. It's my own choice and it's completely logical. Why is everyone obsessed with comparing themselves to each other and creating drama? So over that. Don't you get it? Society wants to trick you into fighting with each other so that the corporations can swoop in and sell you fake solutions to all of your fabricated problems. I'll be sitting in the shade and drinking something socially, something locally sourced while thumbing through a public domain novella printed on recycled paper because I refuse to play their game anymore. It's like she's actively trying to be unappealing as possible. Does it really turn anyone else on, or just me? Despite Trapper's insatiable appetite, it seems his attention, along with getting the attention of everyone else, is still on you for the moment. If you could, I don't know, just pick one of us, maybe we could all move along with our lives, or, you know, some special projects we might have going on. You heard him. Who will it be? Who will you head off with for any evening activity? I'm just saying, you may not get a ton of chances to date. No, I'm not satisfied with that name either. But with this streaming reality TV dating show boom happening, it's pretty much all that wasn't taken. Which killer will you pick? And yes, we're back to excluding Trickster because, ugh, that guy. My god. I can't shave. Do I go with Buff Mommy or do I go with... I feel like we can add a little variety. Let's go with Spirit. Spirit? Oh, you picked me? Yay. Sorry, that was rude of me. I despise phoniness, so I should be honest with you. You make for interesting company, and I love the idea of winning over these other killers at all cost, even when I hate the game and the prize. But I had a long day. Floating, subverting expectations, grinding my teeth as I imagined sweet, sweet revenge. It takes a lot out of me. So don't stop bringing your A game, alright? It may seem like I hate everything, and getting to really know who I am is an impossible task not worth trying, but too bad. You won't know unless you search deep inside yourself and bring everything you've got. Or just say the exact right thing at the right time and melt my cold heart in an instant. I don't know the rules here any better than you do. See you at the bar, I guess? Alright. Okay, cool. Well, it is getting late for me, and my throat is actually dying. Like, actively dying. So I should probably stop here. And hopefully this won't be... God, I really didn't think this would be too long, but now I'm starting to see that this is actually taking quite a while. So, again, I'd at least like to get one of these out on February 14th. Hopefully. But, again, who knows? I might end up dying at work. But anyways, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.